What is up, guys? It's your boy Angel Rodriguez, A2Z, man. We're here with another episode. I'm definitely excited about this, man. We have Aoki,
AOQ.
Aoq,
AOQ. Yes, sir.
boxing connoisseur,
Yes,
and
sir.
a dope artist, Alex Cuevas. Right?
Yes, yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Got it
dude.
down, man. Yeah. Appreciate you having me on, bro. Appreciate you. For
Yeah,
sure,
no,
man.
man, bro. Thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah, definitely, man.
So, for the people's first time on the podcast, bro, I like to go back to the origin story. You know, like where were you born? How was it growing up?
Yeah, man.
And then from there, we'll go, and we're just gonna get into like how you got into the stuff you are into now.
Yeah, most definitely, bro.
Yeah. So let's start off, bro. Like, where were you born? And yeah, where were you born, bro?
Oh man, so I'm originally from Joliet, Illinois, man. You know, that's where the Blues Brothers shot their movie at back in the day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I ended up moving down to Texas when I was about 3 or 4, so growing up out there, it was, it wasn't too bad, but since this was a small town, it was kind of more like people get into bullshit and
Yeah.
they country boy shit, gang shit, like it's all a mixture, like a whole gumbo mix of everything. I lived in a suburb of Dallas, so it was basically it was a little, it was a little rough, man, but growing up it was pretty fair, man. Like, my family took care of business and make sure that, me and my siblings were good, and yeah, that's about where I came from, man. And I found my way up to Rockford when I was about, 15. I lived out there from Texas from like 4 to like, yeah, 15 years old. So I came out here around this time frame. So yeah.
Okay, and I definitely wanted to bring it back, bro. How was? Do you remember how it was when you first moved?
Man, it was terrifying, bro. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a terrifying experience, man, because I just felt like I didn't know too many people out here. I had family out here. They said that, we'll all get together and all that, but I never really seen them, or they never called us or anything. So I kind of was stranded out here, having to start over fresh, clean slate, so it was kind of a humbling experience, man. And then, just growing up out here, I got in my fair share of trouble, and, and being a fool sometimes and shit like that. But, after a while, I made, some, good friendships out here that are still, going strong for 11 years, the time I've been out here. So it's been pretty dope, man. You know what I'm saying? So.
And can I say, did you see like a difference in cultures between Illinois and Texas?
Man, big time, bro.
Right.
Yeah, big time, bro. Because I felt like when it came down here, man, like around the time frame when I came up here, the era was different and it was changing in music. I felt like with us, so I felt like around that time, like it was 2013. I came up here, so like the drill era was pretty starting up here.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
when like the Chicago drill music was really bumping. So like when coming from Texas and the area that I was from, it was a lot of Texas music, a lot of culture music and stuff like that. But it had its fair share of moments of, you started seeing the culture starting to spread in areas before I moved out there. I kind of seen a little drill coming to hit down in Texas a little bit, but it wasn't as strong as how it was up here. But down in Texas, it was all more like, swinging and banging, slow culture. You know what I mean? It's all, slab culture, all that, man. It's pretty dope, man. Like, it's a nice thing, man. The chop and screwed, like from Dallas, it's similar to Houston, but Dallas got their own kind of culture too. So like, it was a whole different experience living out there, and then just coming up to Illinois and seeing like the drill culture and the Rockford culture. It was kind of like, whoa, it was
Yeah.
a whole
Yeah.
different ball game, and I felt like I had to move a whole different way when I came out here as well, because the culture was just so like different. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, yeah, I had to do something different about it.
May I ask
Yeah, man.
which one? Which one did you like? The culture of Texas, or like the culture of Illinois?
Oh man, I love both cultures, honestly, man. Like it's like mostly in Texas culture, that's where it's always gonna be at with me, man.
Okay.
Just the whole that's always just been my life, man. So like it's always gonna stick with me from the lingo, the car culture, the art culture, the music culture, everything, man. Like that's what made me before I came out to Rockford, you know. And when I came out here, man, like I kind of rubbed off on some of the people out here in the culture, man. But you know, it like I felt like it was a whole different experience for me. So I'm still for the 10 years that I still lived out in Illinois, man. I'm still trying to learn a lot of Chicago, Rockford culture still. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that I'm still learning because when I came out here, man, I wasn't really thinking about like the history and everything at that time. Like I was just kind of like, oh, I'm plopped down out here now, so I'm gonna make the best of it, or at that time. But I was a fucking knucklehead, so like I was always acting up before I even got into that full experience and everything. You know what I mean? So
Now, what came first, bro? Like, did the art, music, or boxing?
oh man, honestly, I can say like I've always had love for music growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like that was always like the biggest interest from like 5 years old, man. Like I've heard like my first hip hop, like my dad used to play Heavy D and the Boys, like all the old school jams, like Geraldo and all that. So like it was kind of like I liked the bounce at that time. Like it was a different style. So then when I started to get into like hip hop, I got into a lot of New York rap in the beginning
Okay.
and everything like that. So I've always felt like we can get a little bit more into that later. So, but I felt like to answer your question, it was like I felt like music was my most common interest,
Mm-hmm.
but I've always wanted to be a boxer growing up. So I pursued that first before I actually dove into the music and everything. So,
Okay.
so yeah, man, it was something that I got into, man. So
I mean, I gotta ask, was it just around or like seeing it through the TV, like boxing matches growing up?
boxing, I mean, just when I was growing up, man, like we had a gym out there and I lived in, a place called Greenville, Texas, man. And shout out to them, man. It's been growing. Like I just got told not too long ago that it just became like a suburb of Dallas and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
shit.
yeah, so like it's a small town, man, but they're progressively growing, man. But like we had a gym out there called the Chop Shop MMA, and we had a lot of dope MMA fighters. There was a guy, I think his name was Rob, I believe. Yeah, man, it was a long time since I went. His name was Rob, man. He was an Amish dude, and like yeah, dude, he was an Amish dude, and like he did that whole like fight for faith, it's like
Okay.
kind of like a Christian like MMA organization type of thing, but like they were man, he was, I think if I'm not mistaken, if that's what it was, man, but they were dope, man. It was a dope thing. Like he was really out there for like for the kids and everything like that. And then Chris Gutierrez, he's actually in the UFC. He knocked out Frankie Edgar.
Mm.
Yeah, he actually trained me in boxing and stuff like that, man. So like growing up in Greenville, man, like there was a lot of fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like we grew up in that time where it was like just kid shit, man, and like Mexicans versus black shit. It was it was dumb shit like that when we were growing up, man.
Okay.
But like I had, it was a whole like it was a whole different like lifestyle out there at that time. But nowadays, man, when kids are grown, we're all grown now. Like that, we put that shit aside us and everything. So it was a whole kind of like we just put it past us, you know what I mean? So like I've always been around that, man. And like when that gym came to town, like my older brother went, I admired my older brother a lot. So he was boxing there. He was, working out, you know what I'm saying? So he was, doing his thing, and like, we used to have like sparring sessions at our, at my mom's house and stuff like that. So like it was always cool to see like all that type of like culture and lifestyle of just fighting and martial arts and shit like that. We grew up like I grew up watching boxing movies and kung fu movies and stuff, but like boxing was just something that I've always gravitated to. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. What are the difficulties of boxing?
man, to be honest, man, it's a lot, man. more of a discipline thing, I feel like. And I feel like it's just a mentality, you know. It's more just getting up and going, you know, every day and crafting your thing, you know. Because I feel like as men, we should, you know, like we should learn a martial art, you know, so you know we can protect our families and you know protect the ones that we love, and it's something that we could, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, teach the youth and everything like that. So I feel like the difficulties is more like the mentality of all of the things that like come with it, like getting up and going to the gym, you know, disciplining yourself with diet, you know what I'm saying, laying off the smoke, all, you know, all that stuff, man. It's tough. Uh I boxed since I was 13, you know, growing up. I think I started around like 7, 8 years old, and then, you know, it was an on and off kind of thing for me, you know. So when I got like into the middle school, that's when I really started to, you know, get into boxing a lot more, and I loved it, man. But you know, I had a lot of family stuff go down, and I felt like it just took me away from going to the gym all the time, and just, you know, it hurt my heart, man. So like I kind of, you know, I had to move up, you know, I moved around a couple times in Texas, and then I came up here. So then around that time, I felt like, man, I really, you know, was thirsty to, you know, train and stuff. So, and then I started training back again around, I think like 19 years old, 20, around that time frame. So I started picking up boxing again, and you know, it was on and off in my 20s again, and then, you know, I got back into it for a good 2 years now, man, and I stayed committed to it now. So it's dope, man. I love it a lot. So I feel like at that time, which is, you know, it was just the discipline for me when I was doing that on and off was just, I shrugged it off. I was, oh man, I'll do it later, or I got a lot of stuff going on. I made a lot of excuses for myself, man, and like I felt like I had to say fuck that and really just go hard and just teach myself. I lost a lot of weight. I lost 20 pounds boxing, man, and I honestly at this moment I'm doing it for, you know, cardio, working out, man, and just for the art of the boxing, just learning it and just the culture, man. I just love it all. You know, the smell, the fighting, the everything, man. The sparring, the training, the camaraderie, the brotherhood, man. It's a beautiful thing, dude. So that's something, you know what I'm saying.
Uh, does boxing help like um? Does boxing ever help you? Like, is it a meditation for you sometimes?
Yeah, man.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
Even
definitely.
getting punched in the face while
Yeah, man. I love it, man.
Uh-huh.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a cool thing, man. Like, going back into it recently again, you know, like, you know, for 2 years, and then getting back into it recently, you know, uh I uh I felt like at that time, man, I had to like work myself into going back into sparring. But then there was times like when I did, you know, I took like maybe a 2 month break one time, man, and I was just like, man, I gotta get back to the gym, you know.
Right.
And I got back to the gym, man, and like I literally just hopped straight into the ring like first day.
Oh shit.
She's like, let me just get a little spar session in on a Saturday, and then, you know, it was fun, man. Like it was a fun thing, and just like sometimes getting knocked down, it's a ego hurting thing a little bit for some people, man. But like it's a beauty, dude, because it's just everybody gets knocked down, you know. Everybody gets knocked out. I got knocked out one time too, man. Like you know, I got a collarbone broken wrestling. Like I've went
Oof.
through all types of trials and tribulations when it came to martial arts, man. But like, it's just I love it, man. It grows, you know, it grows with me. You know, I learn a lot of discipline as I go. It's a beautiful thing, bro. So I feel like when it came to boxing, like it's just all just discipline, man. And I feel
Mhm.
like that's the most hardest like thing for anybody, you
Oh
know.
yeah, hell
So
yeah. Dude.
yeah, definitely, man.
Have you ever gone in the ring,
Uh,
but besides like sparring, like an actual match?
Potentially soon, man.
Oh
Like,
shit.
yeah, potentially soon. Like, I'm working my way into it right now, man. Like, you know, I've been going to a lot of, you know, training, and I go to Patriots in Rockford. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So
yeah.
I go out there. So like, I feel like, man, like like the coaches are out there, amazing, dude. Like, it's you know, I love watching them like teach kids like the passion of boxing and how to defend themselves. And like even when I was training there, man, I helped a couple kids that were like in their middle school going into high school, and I'm teaching them how to defend themselves. And then like they gravitate towards the whole like trying to like figure out the combinations and everything, man. And it's a beautiful thing, because it reminds me of my time when I was going young trying to learn, and I was boxing these 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds at like 13, 14, dude. And like it's a fun thing, dude. Like it's a cool experience to see like them kids like just go and do their thing, dude, and grow. And what I'm saying. And like I love to be a part of that, community and culture, and just being around the whole thing. So I feel like soon, man, like I just going there, like I'm working my best to get a match in, and get more sparring in. And because a lot of the times, the coaches are watching who's really going and working and stuff like that. So they want me to be more consistent with sparring. And I've asked, man, let me get in the ring. When can I get in the ring? They're like, just keep coming, just keep working. And then when we know you're ready, you're ready, So like, I never, I've done a lot of sparring, man. I've done a lot of like, unsanctioned, like, in-house kind of like, fights that were kind of not sparring, but it was just kind of like clubhouse shit, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, sure.
So yeah, that was down in like, Texas and stuff. So like we used to do stuff like that, but it was not in like professional, and then now that I got older, I'm 26 now, and I'm about to be 27, so I feel like I want to get like a debut amateur match in before I hit 30, man, and just kind of work into my 30s. And by the time I feel like I got like a 6-year time frame when it comes to like working in boxing. So I feel like that good 6 years that I got now, I want to like really work in the ring and like make myself out of something, and that's a potential future for me. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to, getting a match in soon, so that's a dream that I'm working on right now, man. Definitely.
Is it ever too late to learn boxing
Nah, never, man.
or fighting in general?
Never, man. Never. It's a lot of ego in this shit, man. Like I can't fucking stand these people in here that think that like they know it all, or they feel like you're too old enough to do it, or they want to critique you and feel like, oh man, it's kind of, it downplays a lot of people that like want to look into it and stuff like that, man. But like honestly, if you, whatever age you are, just do it. Like just have fun with it. Like just
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I can say, because like it's never too late to learn a martial art or any form of anything, man, because like I can say there is benefits. Excuse me. I feel like there is benefits though. Like when you start young, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like if people, because I know kids that were boxing and like since they were like 10 years old, man, like, and were consistent every day, and like they're goons, dude. They can whoop on like grown men if they wanted to, if they were like 15, 17 at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen a lot of that, consistency in people. But the thing is that like you can always manufacture yourself to learn fast and take in every type of step, everything. And honestly, it's like dancing. Boxing's like dancing. It's all rhythm, it's movement. You dance with your partner, but yeah, you guys are fighting, but it's it's a dance a little bit, man. Because I feel like when you do it, you're learning the feet movement, you're learning body movement, you're learning rhythm, muscle memory. It's a lot, So I feel like when you go, it's never too late, man. Never too late to learn, man. Just go for it. That's all I can say, man. So just definitely go for it, man, because it's a tough thing in this world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? You never know what's going to happen to you. It's, so I always recommend learning something, self-defense in any way. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you know Muay Thai, boxing, anything, man, just go for it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's never too late to learn, And don't let nobody put you down and say, you're an old man, get out the ring. No, fuck that, man. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Let that anger out. It's a form of expression,
Okay.
It's an art. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
It's definitely dope, man. Because, I mean, I assume, like, if you're older, bro, like, you definitely don't want to go, get into a match with a young dude. I feel like,
I mean, I've sparred with kids, man. When I was at the gym I'm at now, like, Man, like when I first started going back, dude, I took like maybe a year off at one point, man. And in my 20s, so like I've been boxing since I was 20, and I maybe took maybe 2 years off within my 20s now, you
Mm.
know. So like uh honestly, man, like man, it was tough, bro, cuz when I first started getting into it, man, like I was boxing kids that were like 15, 14. You know what I'm saying? Cuz I didn't find this gym until the one that I'm at now recently. I didn't find it until I think last year. So like it's been a year since I've been going to this one, but I bounced
Okay.
around like different MMA gyms and around, Rockford, Belvedere, like, or McChesney, all that. Like I looked around, man, but like this one that I'm at currently is like the best one, dude. Like I hands down, man. I fuck with it heavy, man. And when I felt like when I started though was just like it was a tough thing, man. It was a tough consistency to be in, man, and like it's a fun experience, man. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
all I can
yeah.
really say. You know what I mean? But like with these kids though, man, like I fought younger guys that were, or I wouldn't say fought, but I sparred with younger guys that
Mm.
were more like uh they're probably like 15, you know what I'm saying? Like 16. I didn't even know until like I was like, "Hey, how old are you, man?"
Mm.
And they they telling me and they kind of like, "Oh, man, I'm 14, 15, 14." And I'm like, "Damn, dude, you cold." Like, but they work out a lot, man. They,
Mm.
whatever they do at high school or whatever too, man, they doing football, track, they getting all them sports and man, they, a lot of those kids look grown as hell, man. So it's like you never know who you doing and they're not scared. They walk up on you, "Hey, you ready? Let's do this."
Mm. Yeah, yeah.
And then me, like I'm 26, but when I tell people my age in there, they be like, "Oh man, you old as hell. You probably the oldest out of all of us there, man." And I'm like, "Oh damn, dude," and I'm like, "Oh shit." But I do night classes too, man. So like that's
Okay.
more adult, the more adult classes, but that one's like where I really, learn more of my combat. And then the classes in the daytime at that gym's more like cardio. They have a
Mm.
schedule, so it's cardio, working out, and then they have sparrings on Wednesdays, Saturdays too, and then I think like Thursdays and Tuesdays they work the bag, but most of the time like Mondays they run,
Okay.
they do a lot of cardio work, calisthenics. It's dope, man. It's a beautiful thing, dude. Like I love being clear minded when you do it,
That's dope. Yeah, I know. I know that spot because my brother-in-law fucking went there for a bit,
Oh hell yeah, man.
and then I knew people that used to live here, bro. Before they were in that building, or
Yeah,
before
yeah,
that
yeah.
building was that building,
That
bro.
building, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I know I've been knowing about the Patriots for a second.
They've been doing it for since 2003, so
Yeah.
it's been a long time, man.
Oh yeah.
They've been doing their thing for a while, man. Like, yeah, shout out to the coaches there, man. They're doing real good work for the community and helping them kids be pros, man. So it's definitely a good thing, man.
I don't know if you have you ever saw what it looked like before that building.
I haven't, man. I think around that time I was looking for a gym, man. Like it was hard finding a gym, dude.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
out here, especially in Rockford, dude. Like
Because I think that's like what the only boxing.
yeah, like honestly, like strictly boxing, like straight. That's the only one. But I didn't see it until like last year. I was driving, I was doing work, I worked a 9 to 5, so like there was a time, dude, like I just like fuck, dude, I just gotta let this anger out, this aggression out. Like I don't know where to go. I don't know where to find discipline when I felt like I wasn't like disciplining myself. Sometimes you gotta have a village, a lot of fire under your ass to get you, get your, the gears in your brain working again. You know what I mean? So like,
Hmm.
I just needed some type of structure at that time, man. So like, I drove past it and I was like, holy shit. You saw the people sparring and training at night, dude, and I was like, man, hell yeah, dude. Like, this is what I want to do. So I think one day after work, I went in there and I was like, man, I've been bouncing around gyms out here. I've been driving far out to go to these gyms, dude, and like I'm not getting anywhere with them, and I just feel like I want to be at home, Rockford, where I can find a gym, and I pay my monthly, I pay my dues, and I just go, bro, and like I stay consistent with it, and now that I'm working a more better 9 to 5, and I'm kind of more tied down into it now. It's been a little tougher to go to the gym, but working 12-hour days and stuff. But there's times, man, I don't make no excuses. I'll go after 12-hour days or something. But I
Oh
work a
shit.
manual labor job, so that shit be killing me. But like I try to go as much as I can, dude, to be something and work it, man. And like I train at home if I can't make it to the gym, dude. I do my burpees, I do my shadow box and all that, man. Like it's a good thing to just keep your rhythm as you move, man, as you get older.
Yeah. Now, I wanted to ask you one more thing. Uh, any advice for anyone looking to box?
Man, start slow, find a good coach. Find a good coach. That's all I can say, man. But if you in the Rockford area, man, go to Patriots. Like hands down, man. They got some good coaches from different cultures, man, and different art forms of boxing that they do, and they'll teach you how to, everything that you want to learn. You know what I mean? And they're right there, man. They taught, professionals, known professionals too, like that, man. They went to camps and worked with them. Like they're a good base, man. I think they're like top 20 in the nation. I think for a good boxing gym, I believe. I think that's what they said. But yeah, it's the Rockford Patriots, man. Like it's a cold one, man. I recommend it to anybody, and I commend you to go in there and just learn and be consistent with it and take some punches, man. Because it's okay to get knocked down. It's okay to get black eyes sometimes, man. Because life's always gonna try to beat you down. So you gotta just learn how to fight through that shit. Truthfully.
One more thing, bro. Is it true that you gotta break your nose before boxing?
I necessarily don't believe that, man, but it does help toughen up, man,
Mm.
because the more consistently like you get punched in the face and stuff, what I mean, the more it's gonna grow stronger and stuff like that, and
Okay.
it hardens over time, man. But like, it just I don't really necessarily say that, man. I try not to get my nose broke too much, you know what
Yeah.
I mean. But I know some people, man, like it takes some time, man. Like I've seen people get their nose rearranged and looking different from when they first started too. And that is a pretty scary thing, man. You know what I'm saying? So I try as much as I can to get out of the way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But
Yeah.
sometimes it's unpreventable, man. It happens to anybody. You can get touched real fast on the nose. Anybody can. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, man. It's what I mean. I don't necessarily. I feel like that's a myth, But hey, some people want to break their nose and try it, man, go ahead. That's on you.
Yeah. Cause I heard like I forgot who told me, but they were like, yeah, before you start boxing, break your nose.
It probably helps a lot more, I feel like, but let it heal, and then over time, man, you gotta, it hardens, and you know what I'm saying. And but I feel like I've learned how to weave and try to do my roles, and what I'm saying, get out the way, because I try not to get hit in the face too much. You know what I mean? I try my best not to.
No, I feel you, dude. So after or like, what else are you getting into besides the boxing?
Man, honestly, bro, I've been getting more in my music lately, man, and
Okay.
graffiti. Like I've been doing my art, man. Like I've been trying to, I stay consistent with that, man, and like it's, when it comes to graffiti, man, living in these like weathery times right now, dude, it's tough, bro. Like with the winter and the
Yeah.
snow and all that and the negative weather and shit, it's hard to go out there and try to paint. And you can't really paint in your apartment with spray paint and shit like
Yeah.
that.
No,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
no, yeah.
saying? So like I feel like man, like music is just something that I really just got into, man. And I got me an MPC recently, man. So like I've been working with the beats, man. I've been trying to make my own stuff from scratch, bro. Like my music and everything. Like I really do it for myself, man. But like I just noticing like the whole like Rockford, like the whole Rockford culture, and like just watching the music scene kind of strive and go through its ups and downs, man. Like I paid a lot of I paid my credit to it. I did a lot of my dues in the scene, and I felt like I just been overlooked, and I haven't really been putting myself out there as much as well too. So like I just felt like, man, I really wanted to, get involved with it, man, because like it's a cool thing, man. But let's be honest, man. Sometimes people, they kind of get in their modes where they just want to hate on the next person, or they want to make these bullshit ass lists and get everybody riled up, and like it's stupid shit, man. But like sometimes, bro, I try not to look at all that, and like I pay my dues to the right ones that are really making their way into the music scene and stuff, because doing music and doing like podcasting and art, but especially just doing hip hop and art, bro, like it's not easy, man. Like it's a sketchy, business. It has its ups and downs with people, man. It's finicky, it's got its moments, man. Like, but it's a beautiful thing, man, when you actually know the right people, and like you make your own, like your own culture, your own like little group and just strive, like that's what's beautiful about the scene and the culture of Rockford and stuff like that. Just running into different crews, and you know what I'm saying, and they represent what they love, and excuse me, and doing their music as well, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I just feel like it's beautiful to see all that, you know what I mean? So like music is definitely something that I've been trying to get back into, man, cuz I feel like, I'm an artist, man, and I want to, get more into my art. I do more than, box and graffiti and all that, like, but I felt like music's always just been like my number one, like I wouldn't say hobby, but it's my profession, you know what I'm saying? Cuz I felt like I've been doing this since, for almost man, since I was 13. So I've been making music since I was like 12, 13 years old, man. So like it's been something that stuck with me since I was a kid, So
Okay, now we got to bring it back though. So, how did you come about learning that you can make your own music?
oh man, shit, man. When I was in Texas, man, shout out to my boy Mateo, bro, my homie Matt, man. Like we grew up together, and we went to middle school together and stuff like that. So when our town started to get really big, man, where I lived at, and they ended up starting to have to build like a new elementary school. So like kids can go in whatever section of the town they lived in, they go to like this school or this one. So like my boy went to the other school and I went to this one, you know what I'm saying? So uh we ended up linking up in middle school, because that's when all the kids started to go into there. And I met my homie Matt, man, and we lived in kind of a country city town, you know what I'm saying? Like you're like here in the city here, and then like you're out in the country in like 10-15 minutes type shit.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? And then like 30 minutes out, you're in Dallas. Like it's wild how like we were just kind of like in the middle, you know what I'm saying? But it's like in the middle of nowhere, but it was a benefit because we had so many towns that we can go to and be by the water, and like it was a beautiful like feeling to be around all that stuff, man. So like when we met, we went to middle school together, and he just rapped. You know what I'm saying? Like he rapped a lot of Eminem shit. You know what I'm saying? So like he rapped a lot of
Dope.
D12, Obi Trice, like Yellow Wolf, Royce the 5'9". Like he was into that whole like
Dope.
shady aftermath shit. So like I was into like a lot of the underground hip hop at the time, dude. I loved all this shit, dude, from like Big L, Fat Joe, Digging the Crates, man. I liked a lot of the New York stuff, nonfiction. I loved all that shit, dude. Like that was, like the shit. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Necro, all that, dude. That shit was cold, man. Like all those dudes underground. I'm talking about like deep underground hip hop, dude. Like Sutter Kane, NSD, Never So Deep Records. Like, dude, I love all that shit. Like I got into a lot of like heavy metal, black metal, like punk music too. But like when my homie was around rapping, like I've always had in that whole like kind of mixture of just like all types of interests in music. But like
Okay.
90s hip hop, like 50 Cent, like early Eminem, like what I'm saying, early 50 Cent, dude. Like I like Cypress Hill, all that, dude. Like I love all that type of music. Like
Yeah.
all the 90s, all the classics, dude. Like I grew up all that UGK. I'm just naming them all off, dude. Like I love all that stuff, dude. Scarface. All right, I'm gonna stop naming them. But yeah, but like dude, like the music was just so inspiring to me stuff, you know what I'm saying? From just listening to different cultures and how different mixtures of music just kind of like came together, dude. So like, uh, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a beautiful thing, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like I grew up in all that whole like just 90s hip hop, like and punk music and all that. So like with my homie, uh we kind of just rapped together in school, you know what I'm saying? So like we were always like the kids in class that everybody knew that we were rapping and shit like that, and they were kind of like, oh man, what the hell? Like we used to like record songs on Audacity and like make CDs and shit like that, and then like we make CDs like dissing our teachers and shit like that, bro. And like we were, and then it got like the teachers got word of it, and they was like, "Don't fucking make any songs with you. I'm gonna, get you in trouble." And
Yeah.
it was stuff like that, dude. Like we used to like sell our CDs at school, bro. It was fun, dude. Like we had a lot of fun doing it, and then like you
But
know.
but I gotta ask, how did you guys know how to like record yourselves and stuff? What was this?
It was a trial and error, dude.
Okay.
Like my homie got a mic,
Okay, yeah.
and he had a mic and a mixer, but we didn't have an interface. So like I didn't learn about the interface until like I got to up here in Rockford in high school and shit like that. So like a lot of the times like we were recording like on USB microphones in my room, or like my mom's, they used to spend a night every weekend after school, and we used to like write raps and just hang out, and it'll be like 100 degrees, bro, like in the summertime, or around that summertime in school, like, or in Texas, bro, like bro, fuck, man, like when school's about to be out, that summertime hitting, like man, it was tough, bro. Like, so my moms used to get like pissed that we used to like fuck the crib up, just be like mouthy, running around, like, you know what I'm saying, have my friends over, and we just, skateboarding and you know what I'm saying, playing games and shit. So like when we started making music, my mom was like, I don't want to hear these beats and all that, like just take that outside. So we had a backyard barn in my house, and we used to like make a lot of music back there. And like my homie, like, he brought his microphone there and stuff like that. And like man, we just made music, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we just, like, it was just something that we just trialed and errored, and we were on SoundCloud, and like it was just something that we did, you know what I'm saying? And then when I moved up here, the fucking movers packed the mic up, and it was his mic.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So like I was like, dude, like they just took your, and I felt bad, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? But then like, we talked about it, and I was just kind of like, man, let me like use it, like I'm still gonna run him one, I've been going through life shit, but like it was a blessing to see that, because around that time frame I was getting into a lot of trouble, you know what I'm saying? And when I was moving around a lot, and I was getting into a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I was selling pills in middle school, like I was selling my Adderall and all that shit to like fucking high schooler kids, and just acting the fool and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was I was off one, dude. So like coming up here, I was just getting into shit when I moved up to Rockford, man. So like it was a lot of drama, a lot of problems that was going on in my family life, you know what I'm saying? So like when I came up here, man, I was just angry. I was aggressive with a lot of people up here, and I was scared. So like I felt like the only way out was, like music. So I felt like it was a blessing in disguise that Mike was up here, because I changed my ways to learn something, and I saved up money working bullshit jobs, and you know what I'm saying, and getting mouthy with my bosses and all that stuff, because they looking at me like I'm a fucking thug, and I'm just trying to do my job and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I went through all that shit, dude, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like I'm grateful that like that moment, like just me and him just growing up and just making that music was always a memory that stuck with me since out to my adulthood, you know what I'm saying? So like it just always grew with me, man. So like when I felt like just the trial and error, just trying to learn and listening to hip hop all day, going home to school, like, oh, did you pick up this new CD? That's around the times when like CDs were kind of dying, like the digital stream was starting to pick up around that time, around like the early 2000s, like 2012, like 2010s, you know what I'm saying? Like that's when the era was starting to pick up with the streaming. So like CDs were kind of dying out, but we were still picking up CDs like it was fucking, brand new. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, it was fun, bro. It was, you know what I'm saying? So like when I came out here, man, like the culture was different. It was a whole different like ball game, bro. Like it was a whole different like lifestyle,
And yeah, that's what my next question. Like, so
My if I spark this, bro?
yeah, go ahead.
Oh shit, yeah, I know. I know I box and connoisseur, man, but sometimes, man, life we got vices, man, and it's something I'm breaking. But hey, man, sometimes you gotta let the edge off when you do it. But live your life. But I always say, man, moderate. That's the best way.
Yeah, for sure.
So, to get back to what you were saying, though, bro.
Yeah, dude. Like, I definitely want. Like, I agree, bro. I feel like they're like the music industry without knowing the right people. It is shady, bro. Like, did you know that when you got here, or were you figuring that out?
I figured it out, man.
Way before that.
Oh, like, fuck yeah. When I was young, man, like I didn't see the bullshit in it. I just thought it was music. I didn't. I know where it originated from. I know who started it. I know the culture of it all. I paid my dues to it. You know what I'm saying? I've been in groups, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when I seen a lot of the business out here, man, like, it started out here, when I started in high school, you know what I mean? Like, early stages, So, like, I feel like when I was young, I was oblivious to it. I thought it was just music, and people were like, oh, that's dope. Let me get you on. Let me put you on. So, like, I thought that was something that was, like, I thought that was something that was more like, normal. Like, you hot, you popping, we're going to get you in. Like, I didn't know there was a whole business aspect of it all.
Yeah, you really don't, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I thought it was just like, oh, he's popping shit.
Yeah.
Let's pay him,
That's how I think it happens,
You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's contracts. You got to get lawyers. There's a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? There's percentages. You know what I'm saying? And the record labels, nowadays, they're kind of dying, man, because, like everything's so independent, you know what I'm saying? So, like, everybody's running their own shit. So, nowadays, it doesn't really matter if you get signed to a label or not. And if you do, kudos, man. That's what you want. That's the path you want to go. Go ahead, man. But everybody knows how fucking shady it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's tough, man. But, like, on the outside looking in, man, like, make your way out if you can, but just play your cards right. You know what I'm saying? If I get signed tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, man? Like, if I do sign a contract or some shit, God forbid, man, I do it the right way and be smart with my moves, man. And that's the way you got to do it, or do it the Master P route, and just out the trunk. You know what I'm saying? Make it that way, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the more beautiful way, just hustling and doing independent wise. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I really enjoy.
Yeah, because dude, I don't know when it started, but for sure that. And that's with anything, bro. Like any business, like trucking, art stuff, video stuff. Like starting your own shit, like you get the most profit.
Oh, absolutely, man. And I feel like growing up, like to answer it, man, your question too, like I've learned young, like I've opened up for like at shows at like in a little bit like little suburb towns, little college towns in Illinois. I opened up for a Q, the dude that sang OG Bobby Johnson, OG Bobby Johnson. I opened up for him. I opened up for I wouldn't technically say it was I opened up for G Herbo, but I was on before G Herbo's big show, so like I kind of be like, yeah, I opened up for G Herbo, but shit, but like man, it's still just being in the same building in that realm with somebody that's got moves and shit. It's inspiring. I don't really know too much about G Herbo. I don't really listen to a lot of the Chicago drill music and shit like that. But like, man, like it was just dope. Like I said, just to be around that culture, that lifestyle, that vibe. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool to be like in the same presence of that music a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So like it was dope, man. But like it was like I said, it was shows before the big opening, but like I literally caught like the late night like last show before people started filling up, and there was people in there like, hey man, you cold, man, like so I keep making music and shit, so it was something that I did, man. It was fun, bro. It was a fun experience, you know what I'm saying? And then
Did anybody teach you this, bro? Or give you pointers?
Mm-hmm. Definitely, man. Because as in the business went, man, like I said, I know, like, I was kind of got to ranting a little bit, but like when I went and did those shows, man, like promoters are sketchy people, bro. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, promoters are fucking sketchy people, bro. Like, some promoters were cool. Like, some of them like made a Facebook post because I was in a rap group. Shout out to AKM, man. It's kind of disbanded now, man. It was my homie at the time, Desarius, my homie Malik, my homie Matt Near, you know what I'm saying? And me, man, we were in the rap group, so it was a Mexican, a white dude, two black dudes and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So like we had promoters like promoting us and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like on their Facebook, like it's dope seeing like, with all this injustice going on and all this like, racial problems in the world, it's dope to see like these different cultures going on, you know what I'm saying, stage and rapping and shit like that. And like it was dope to see a promoter say that about me and my group at the time, dude. And I was just like, wow, dude, I can really make a difference in the music. But then like I've been around other promoters that were like, man, we're gonna rip this fucking guy off and get him some, just have him sell tickets, and if we don't sell the tickets, we're only gonna give him like $5-10 for the shit. But you know what I'm saying? But it's just like at that time, dude, it was a hustle. Like we were making music and booking shows and doing open mics and shit to get paid off open mics and merch and shit. Like I was trying to make clothes and stuff like the time, but people just had different, music taste differences and ventures, and they wanted to be their own thing. So it was just kind of like, hey man, like it's time to just move on. So like it was dope at that time to be in a group, and then I started doing my solo shit, and after high school, I DJ'd for the community called the 100 Strong.
Okay.
And they helped like the the kids in the in the urban communities that are getting in trouble and getting in gangs and stuff like that, and they try to get them away from that. They older heads that are trying to steer the young youth and having them work and do businesses and do a lot of things that are good for the youth. And I used to DJ for a lot of the events. And then I had a dude named DJ Polo. Shout out to DJ Polo, man. He saw potential in me when I was DJing, and he actually hired me in to work for Fine Minds. And I used to DJ around the community. I used to do my thing for a little bit, I just told him one day, like, hey, man, I would love to open up a studio under you and learn how to, do things, and be a part of that, and he was all for it, and he invested in me, man, and I helped him, make some money off of it, man, and it was a dope thing to just be a part of that, man. And he taught me certain things and stuff, and then he got me into meet my mans that passed away. God rest his soul. My man's Ron Young, man. Ron, I love you, dog. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So Ron taught me everything from like, music to making beats, all that, man. And he took me out to Chicago, and I met, his family. Shout out my homegirl Liv. You know what I'm saying? Like, Liv the chemist, like that's my girl right there. Like she taught me a lot about the music business and how it's small, how you can't make these certain moves, how grimy certain things can be, you know what I'm saying? And like that really like helped me get a better insight on like the music culture and everything out here in Chicago, at least in the Rockford area. So like it gave me a better business aspect of how things work. But like honestly, man, make your money. Like, you know what I'm saying? As an artist, like if you pushing verses, man, sell them, but be dope. Don't be putting bullshit out, because we got too many rappers out here. We got too many artists out here, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't knock it, but you gotta do your homework on this shit. You gotta pay your homage. You gotta do everything, because it's tough. It's a tough game to learn, man. Hip hop is a passion, it's an art form of expression, man, and a lot of people just play in it, and it's nothing to play in when you don't know the culture, you know what I'm saying?
True.
So it's a lot for us. It means a lot to us, and sometimes I feel like people just take it and spit in the face of the ones that are really doing it,
I gotta ask this, bro, because you mentioned that you would go to Chicago. How do you feel like you were being more accepted in Chicago than Rockford, or
I mean, honestly, man, like it's business, and I felt like a lot of my business was in Chicago,
mm.
but like I had a lot of people that were in Rockford that were going to Chicago, and they put me on to some people out there, and those people took me in, and I did a lot of the groundwork with them, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like at that time, uh, you know what I'm saying, like we worked, you know what I'm saying? And when I came out to Rockford, man, like I did business with a lot of people out here, man, but a lot of it was just a lot of at the time, like when we were like in our early 20s, like it was a lot of clout chasing, let's be
Mm.
honest, you know what I'm saying? But I just felt like I was getting overlooked on a lot of my work, and my my credits and things, cuz I worked with a lot of artists out here, man. Like I was recording maybe like 20 plus artists at one time, and like it was just tough dealing with 20 different personalities, you know what I'm saying? So like and I just felt like it was putting me away from what I wanted to do with my music wise and everything, and like I didn't really give the time to myself, and then I had my homie Ron at the time, and he was kind of like working with his business and had his clients and everything, so it was kind of matching with our schedules a little bit. So I was like, man, I just need to focus more on being an artist than being, a producer for everybody else, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I started young, man, like I felt like my business, in my early 20s was in Rockford. I did my credits with people and stuff. And then I kind of I took a break from music for a while, man. Like I started doing graffiti again. Like I started doing like a lot of my artwork like that. I was, you know, brainstorming with my little brother, and like my little brother was an artist. He's a tattoo artist. So like, I wanted him to really strive. So like I was really, promoting and encouraging my little brother to do artwork. And like I watched my brother grow as a tattoo artist, and like I can say like I was really just trying to help promote him and take my time working with him as well to be where he's at, man. And that's I'm grateful for where he's at too, man. I'm happy for all that, man. So like I felt like I didn't put I put my time and to other people, and I feel like now was the time to do it for myself, you know what I'm saying? So when it came to the music, man, like it's dope. It's dope, bro. Like it's a dope feeling, you know what I'm saying, to be around all types of people. And even in Rockford, man, like I'm starting to kind of connect with more people on the business side of things, and like it's great, man, going to art shows and networking with people and stuff like that, man. Like even you and me right now sitting right here, man, just networking, and just it's a grateful thing, dude, to be putting out, art and doing things for the culture for Rockford as it is too, you know what I'm saying? Because,
No.
you know what I'm saying? That's what I say. Like, man, everybody's doing their thing, And like I say, like, it's just dope being, on a platform and just, we paying our homage and doing what we do and being a part of the culture too as well, So, like, it's good to be a part of Rockford culture, I did my business in Chicago. It's rare, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like when I was doing it, it was kind of, I had my moments, man. I played, I had my song get played in a Jamaican club out there. It's called Good to Go, I believe, the Jamaican joint. It was a nice spot, man. Like I had a song get played one time. My homie Ron went to the DJ, got my song, paid, got it on there, got it played and stuff, man. And it was a good thing, a good feeling to hear my song getting played on the radio and stuff, or in the club I'm at right there. And it was a grateful experience to watch people eating their food and bowing their heads, bumping their heads and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was dope and stuff like that, man. And I've done a lot of like photo shoots for art, for artists that were recording out there. I went out there and just did podcasts. I did we shot little episodes and stuff of like vlogs of what we doing in the studio. Like it was great footage, man. Like I did a lot of business. I networked a lot with a lot of people out in Chicago, and I got my ties out there, man. Definitely for sure. But now that I live in Rockford, I feel like I got to make my ties even stronger here. You see what I'm saying? Because this is where I'm at, and that's my goal now, So
Yeah.
yeah,
It can be hard though, bro. 'Cause
yeah.
sometimes
People get finicky about that shit, about Rockford, Chicago shit, but honestly, I don't care about that, you know, because I'm not from out here. I'm from Texas at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, wherever I go, man, I've always been a guy that moved around a lot. Like, I'm not from no neighborhood. I'm not from no, you know, I'm not stationed anywhere, man. Like, my family moved a lot, you know? So, like, you know, I'm gonna go where the wind takes me if I have to. Like, I'm a gypsy soul for sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I you know, that's my culture too. Like, we just move, man. Like, it's not, you know, it's always good to just for change, you know. We just do that, you know what I mean? So, like at the end of the day though, man, like Rockford is safe. It's a sanctuary to me though, you know what I'm saying? Cuz I feel like with that it's more safe for me, man. Like, you know, it has its moments out here. You know, you got little young bucks out here that are growing up and they're getting in bullshit now. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing a lot more crazier shit than what we used to do. But history repeats itself, man. We just gotta make change for the youth. You know, we getting older. We gotta start doing things better to, you know, improve our community and do things that's right, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, it's tiring to see this shit what's going on out here, man, and the hate and the comparisons and all that, and you know what I mean? Fuck all that, man. Like, we great as it is. Why we got to worry about the next city, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're growing too. Like, let's worry about our own shit, you know? But, like, at the end of the day, man, like, people, they gravitate towards the wrong things, you know, and they gravitate towards what they know or what their people's got going on, and I don't knock that, man. A lot of people don't know who I am out here either, so I feel like I'm making my way out here loud as I can. But when I went to the city, man, I had more opportunities at that time. But, you know, coming out here, you know, living out here, man, like, I'm willing to do the groundwork again and build a network with other people, you know, after all the years of just, you know, laying low and doing my own thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be a part of that, you know? So now I feel like I want to pay my homage and do my due respects and work with the community as well, you know?
Yeah, definitely dope, bro. Because, yeah, man, Rockford is definitely not the same when I first moved here, bro. A lot has changed.
Yeah, man, me too. I've seen a lot change. You know, from 2013 to 2025, I've seen a lot change from out here, man. And I lived out here from that time frame, you know what I'm saying? So I spent a half of my life in Texas, and I spent half my life out here. And I feel like I've seen a lot more grown in Rockford than I did where I used to live at, you know? Yeah. And I used to go back and forth, but after a while it got tiring, and, you know, like, my family just, you know, it was nothing out there for us no more, you know what I'm saying? But God, man, I fucking miss Texas though. Like, I really do. But, like, I feel like out here in Rockford, man, the community and, like, Illinois as it is, like, where we're at, like, I'm here in Rockford, I've never felt safer in any other place and that I've been at. And I can say that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It has its bullshit. It has its moments out here. You got your grimy ass fucking people out here too. Don't get it wrong, but at the end of the day, man, it's not as bad as what people make it think it is. It's not as trashy as what people make it think it is out here. You know what I'm saying? I've seen worse. Trust me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. What's it called? Okay, yeah, no, dude. I remember what I was gonna tell you last time.
Yeah, man.
So I didn't really see the music you had under Oye
Kue.
Oye Kue.
Yeah, man. So if you go on YouTube, I can show you. Yeah, I got 3 songs on it. So Oye Kue, because I used to go by a lot of different names.
Yeah, because I found your body of work on SoundCloud, and that was with Church.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to my boy Church, EOA, bro. Shout out to my boy G too, bro. On Soul, man. That's my boy. He from Canada, bro. Yeah, man. Bro.
Because you went under Q, or
it was
that's you, right?
Q. Yeah, I went by Q.
And then that's also you too, right?
Yeah, Cuevas. Yeah, well, the $sign. So, like, my last name's Cuevas, right? So, like, it means caves in Spanish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean? Like I had different names, bro. I had Cassius, I had Caveman, I had Cassius the Ape. Like I had all types of names, bro, cuz like I was trying to find an identity in hip hop, you know what I'm saying? So like I wanted a name that really stuck and was fly, but like a lot of the times it was coming off like fucking Disney villain characters and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So like I was kind of like, bro, I need to come up with some shit. So like it was when I started SoundCloud, it was Cassius, and then it went to Q, and then Q, it came from my name, but I put instead of the C, I put the K. You know what I'm saying? So then like
Because when I type that in, bro, this pops up.
yeah, that's me right there.
Okay, so this
So
is
yeah,
you.
that's me.
Okay,
That's
okay.
me right there.
Uh,
So yeah.
These?
Yep, those are the ones right there. Out of those three, pick your favorite one. Pick whatever
Oh,
one you like.
low key, I was low key. Let me see. Because I was like, I was looking for it,
Yeah.
bro, and I was like, nah, this can't be him, bro.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, dude. I don't have a face with this right now, and that's something I have to really express to the people out here too. You see what I'm saying? Because like the thing is that like, yeah, like you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm happy you play that in there.
there we go.
There we go. It's been a long time, girl, since I saw you. This is my homie Peter Jericho, man. I got on the phone with this man through my Chicago connects and stuff, man. And he did a lot of stuff with Twista. I saw he did some single with Twista, and he does his own thing. And he's he's really like passionate in his culture, man. You know, I think he's Cameroonian, I believe so. I don't want to get that wrong, man. But he's man. His style is cold, man. Let me confirm that. I want to confirm that he's Cameroonian. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, like, dude, because his
Yeah, because when I was researching you, bro, I was like, oh, so I wasn't sure, so I played all the 3 songs, and I was like, bro, this is
so, yeah.
yeah. I was
So,
like,
yeah.
I don't think this is him, but this is groovy shit, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Jericho, man. That dude's cold ass singer, man. Like we connected, man, through the phone, and like I was like, man, like I heard a couple of your songs, like I fuck with your music, like I'm willing to work, you know what I'm saying? So we got on a business discussion, you know what I'm saying? And like I was like, man, like, you know, I got this idea for a song and I feel like you can do your part. And he like killed that whole verse and the hook, bro. And then he gave me the end, and I was the end of that hook, you know what I'm saying? Or the end of that hook that he did, and then I finished the rest of the hook for him. So like it was a cold, man. It was cold, bro. It was something like one of my greatest achievements, I feel like, in my music career. I feel like was making this song, man. Like it was definitely like commercial friendly and everything, man.
This you?
Yeah, this is me right here. Do it like that. Hips, when you throw it right back, you drive me crazy. My ear telling me what's up. You got things going mine when this is enough. You tired of your job, you trying to get up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, dude, that's me, bro. Like,
Yeah, and dude, that's crazy because what made you want to like? Because from you got to remember, I didn't think this was you, so I went to your SoundCloud. Mm-hmm. So from listening to this, and then imagine you going to this.
Yeah,
like, what made you?
Yeah, bro. I really put my work into like my artistry. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like, man, like at that time, bro, like I just wanted to make some better shit. Like I was tired of putting out like SoundCloud like quality shit. Mm-hmm. Like I was like, man, I can do better. I know I can make better. Like I can shoot. Like, you know, I was always the person that was like, man, that's cold, but let me try to do something a little bit more hotter than that. So like I always try to top myself with my music, bro. So like my quality is something that I always shoot for. I'm not when I used to mix people, man, like it was a lot of trial and error when I was recording and engineering people and stuff like that, because I was learning as I was working on them. You know, I done a lot of free time and, you know, didn't get paid for my time. Like it don't matter, but at that time, like I put a lot of sacrifice into that shit. So like when I was making that music, dude, like I was like, quality was something that I was always on the hunt for. And sometimes there was something when I recorded other people, like, dude, I made the best shit for them. But when it came to recording myself and engineering and producing for myself, I cannot do it. Like,
Okay.
I have to have somebody do it for me sometimes, or I have to have somebody that's with me that has a little bit more knowledge and kind of tweak it for me, and I can kind of navigate for them. Like, hey, this sounds good this way. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes like it's tough doing it from my own ear. So like I've worked with people that helped me out, you know what I'm saying? I networked through Chicago, through Rockford and stuff like that, man. And like man, it was a good journey, man, and it's something I'm still gonna proceed to do and just work hard to do, you know what I'm saying? Like it's always good to work with people and connect, man. So just always try to shoot for good quality, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You can either do two things, man. You don't want to have it in the middle. It's either make it great or make it shitty quality but make it a hit. You know what I'm saying? So like do whatever you can, man. Just have fun with it. Express yourself, you know?
Dude, that's definitely dope because, yeah, don't get me wrong, rap's cool or hip hop's cool, but I like it when somebody can,
Be diverse with it.
Yeah,
Man, and that's what I shoot for, diversity too. Like man, he's in like an African artist, man. So like Jericho was cold, man. So like me, it was just kind of like to be like, I mean, like it was just something to be like. This is a whole different type of style for me, Afro beat. Like I've never done an Afro beat type of song. I've never like thought in a million years that I do a song that was outside of my culture, because I'm in the Latino culture and like Mexican American culture and stuff like that. So like just being like different, to be like, man, I don't want to just be in one culture. Like I want to go out and do different cultural songs with people and strive and just make it diverse, and like I say, man, I love music. Like I feel like at the end of the day, man, music don't got no color either. So for sure. I feel like when people go out there and they're making whatever is on their heart, what's on their minds, man, that's more beautiful than what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, bro, I definitely don't want to take too long because we are at the hour and 6 minutes. I definitely want to talk about the graffiti, bro, the art.
Yeah, yes, man, definitely, bro. Yeah, definitely, man.
Because that's how I got into art, bro. I discovered what drawing was, and then I discovered graffiti, and that's when I just fell in love with the whole art, drawing, and shit, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So how did it start for you, or when, or how did you come across it?
I mean, growing up, man, hip hop culture's always just been the number one thing for me, bro. Like that's what raised me, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up on a lot of like music, like rock and roll. Like my mom was a heavy metal kid. She like showed me like Aerosmith and Run DMC. Like she showed me hair metal, like Motley Crue and like Whitesnake and shit like that. So like
dope.
I liked a lot of music, man. And then my dad, he liked a lot of the, Mexican shit, the Vicente Fernandez, the narco music, the shit that we grew up, the Mexican shit, you know what I'm saying? Like just all that Mexican music, bro. Like that's all we grew up on. And then like he had a couple like hit, if they're Mexican artists or like Latino artists and stuff, he had like Heavy D and the Boys or like Gerardo or something. So like, you know what I'm saying? He had a couple like hits of that, and dude, it was groovy, man. And then like my parents, they also like were into house music, because in Chicago, when they were really, when they were living in Chicago, man, like they were bumping the Chicago like house music hard. So like that's always just been something that like my little brother and me were like into. So like when it came to graffiti, bro, like just the dancing, the b-boying, the graffiti, dude, we just loved all the elements of hip hop. And then we had uncles that were like, street cats, that were in Chicago, that were like in Little Village, you know what I'm saying? Like shout out to 26 Christiana, you know what I'm saying? That's where my peoples be at, bro. Like they, you know what I'm saying? Like it's it's rough out there, man. Like it has its moments, you know what I'm saying? But like, like I have, my family was coming up in that area at that time, and you know what I'm saying? So when they was living out there, man, like they was into the house music heavy. I'm talking about heavy. So like when it came to, graffiti, like me and my little brother, like we bumped that type of music all day. And my little brother was more of the graffiti, he was more of the artist when it came to like drawing and stuff. So like he showed me a lot of how to do it, you know what I'm saying? So like when we were like, fuck it, you ready to go bomb something or you ready to go tag something, it was trial and error. Like I say, it was out there. We we make our first thing, and then as you go, man, it was just a beautiful, just it's a drug to just go put something on a wall, dude. Like, it's just, I can't explain it to people that just like look at it like, oh, this is fucking vandalism, or oh, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but like we, you know, me and my little brother though, we went around states like Colorado, we went to like Iowa, we went to fucking like, you know what I'm saying? We went to like, you know, Wisconsin, fucking, you know, Texas, and we out here just throwing our tags up, bro. Like, you know, we just throwing up things, we painting on the wall, we just doing all that shit, bro. And it was just fun. So like when we were growing up, like I've always had like a lot of interest in it, bro. Just watching like on YouTube, like people going out there just fucking putting art on like random shit, subway trains, and like just watching the New York culture and the LA culture of like that. And I watched some Texas culture of graffiti, but like it was cool, man, but it wasn't as strong as where like the East and West Coast was doing, you know what I'm saying? So like we did a lot of that, man. Like when I used to hang out with the skateboarding kids, bro, like you know, they showed me how to tag too, you know, showed me throw it up, you know. I remember I got in trouble at one time when I was a kid, bro, because I tagged somebody's car and shit.
Oh, shit.
And it was my homie's car.
Oh,
It was my homie's, like, family's car or something, dude. And, like, they called the police on us, and we were dumb as fuck. We were sitting in the park across the way, just wait. Like, I wanted to see somebody's reaction, and the whole time they're like, oh, you motherfuckers did it, huh? And we were like, and then I was just like, damn, bro, like, I was like, man. So then, like I remember, dude, like I was like maybe like 11, 12, bro. I was crying like a bitch because like I was not scared of the police, and then I was just more scared of my dad kicking my ass because he was like, "What the fuck you doing?" And then the whole time my dad was like, "Dude, if you're gonna do something fucking dumb, at least run away. Don't be a fucking idiot," you know. And I was like, dude, it was just dumb shit. They made me wash the car off and shit. It was like not even like real paint, but like you know what I'm saying. But I was practicing before I really like got my feet wet, and then when I got out here in, you know, Illinois, I started really tagging out in Chicago and you know, tagging out and, you know, out here in Rockford a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't deface businesses or nothing like that. Like I'll go and hit like a, you know, somewhere discreet, you know what I mean? But I won't go and hit like somewhere down where it, you know, disrespectful on people's businesses or shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I feel like Rockford kind of sucks to do that, bro, because it's small where people are like, I think I know who that is.
yeah, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking tough, dude.
Especially if people know your alias, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, I got multiple aliases, dude. I got like 3 of them. Everybody knows the Oye one. Like, you know, that's the one that people know me as, you know what I'm saying?
And that's the ones you would tag?
I'll throw an Oye up. I'll
Okay.
throw Oye up, and then there's another one's Oye or something, you know what I'm saying? And then it's Morte's my brothers, you know what I'm saying? That's the ones that we got, and then we got some like multiple aliases that we use when we get into like, you know, graffiti beef with somebody and shit. Cause sometimes like, you know, I wouldn't say like we gang, like people look at it like it's gang banging and shit and stuff. But like we. Like me and my little brother, we wouldn't consider ourselves tag bangers either. Like, but there was times that, man, we got like if I see somebody out here, bro, that if I catch them, bro, I'm probably gonna punch the shit out of them for hitting my art. Because there was times that people went over my shit, dude, and I was just kind of like, damn, you know. Like I posted some more of them when we were at the dam at the time because I feel like I don't want to put like the ones that we have. That's just something that you just gotta find out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the ones at the dam, that's the ones that we posted like on Facebook and stuff when everybody was going out there at the time and just they're doing it. But like, man, I knew they were gonna like deface it. I know people still go out there to tag, and I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do it, but you know, I might have to go out and check it out. You know what I'm saying? But it's something that you know what I mean, like, man, it was, they just cleaned it all off, man, and it just hurt my heart, man, just all that time of people, and I know they were going to take it away from a lot of people too, man, but it was just,
Yeah, that was crazy. I was
it fucked me up a little bit, man, and then there was times when me and my little brother were going out there and we were fucking sneaking out there to try to do our shit, and then by the time we came back out there, the shit was off the wall again.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude, it fucking sucks, dude. It's just it's I feel like they took that away from the community and stuff, but that was like the only thing that really like gave us a form of expression on tagging, you know, at that place, you know what I mean? So like I haven't been over there since that whole thing kind of went away, you know what I'm saying? But like you know, like nowadays we just go out of town and tag, or we'll hit around town here sometimes, but we're not gonna go hit no, like I say, businesses or everyday places or some shit like that. We're gonna go hit some places that's discreet. You gotta know where it's at, or we might throw a little tag up on a gas station pump or some shit. Marker it up and stuff. That's where we're really at with it too. But when we graffiti, it's we out here, like Ninja Turtles. Like you gotta find that shit. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't mind me asking, bro, do you have rules when it comes to graffiti? And if so, what are they?
Rules. I mean, there's not really rules, when people do it. There's a lot of toys.
To you. To you,
I feel like rules and shit, like I mean, I don't feel like necessarily there's rules when it comes to it, but like it's gonna go anywhere, man. People are gonna do what they want, bro. I just feel like when it comes to rules and shit, like if I was to make a rule book of my own, because everybody's different, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like when it comes to rules, bro, like go fucking hit your own tag. Like if there's so much space, why you want to like tag my shit? Like go over my shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's just personal disrespect at the end of the day. When you have all this room and then all of a sudden it's, you know what I'm saying? It's me, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's fucked up, you know what I mean? So it's like, so like, yeah, man, I just feel like when it comes to tagging and shit like that, bro, it's more like you gotta just know certain sections, like go do certain things. Like I feel like maybe if I was to make a rule book, like don't hit nobody's shit unless you want to make it personal, or like don't, you know what I'm saying, like go do your thing, like go have fun with it, but the precautions of it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a rule. Like I feel like that's a rule. Like know the precautions of what you're doing, because sometimes people just, it gets addicting, bro, and some people want to hit a building hard or something, like, you know what I'm saying, like go fucking blast the front side of a liquor store or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? It gets addicting, bro, but like just know your precautions. Like that guy comes out and want to beat your ass because you just sprayed the side of his store, or some guy in this, that's on another tagging section sees it and wants to go over yours, you fight over it, or somebody thinks it's gang shit, they mistake you for a gang member or something. Like you gotta know what happens, the precautions. I feel like that's the number one rule for me, is just know what you're getting yourself into before you do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Because it gets fucking risky. Police catch you done for. We almost got caught a couple times, but hey, man, it's fun. It's a rush, man. It's a rush, bro.
Your favorite styles of graffiti?
Man, like bombing. I like bombing stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like bubble lettered stuff. I like complex pieces, like scenes, like one of my favorite artists and stuff, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lady Pink, she does the cool basic, like, tag shit. You know what I'm saying? I think her tag's cold as hell. But Scene, when he does his artwork, man, like he makes his shit like with arrows and like they're just going through each other. Like it's more complex, man. I like all types of art, man. Like, looking at yours right now too, man. Like that's
not my.
That's not yours. Oh no, like
everything around it, yeah. But the letters are my boy Jay Squilla.
Okay, see, yeah, that's sick, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And then now that I'm seeing it, like his shit look familiar around there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause like I see how he does his thing. It's cool, bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah, because my style, bro, is like very basic.
Mine is too, but hey, to each his own, man. Just learning, I always feel like when you get notebook paper and just work on your art, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm more I just throw my tag up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I throw my tag up. I'm a tagger more than likely. That's what I do a lot. I like to tag more than anything, I just like the basic, like, making my letters look crazy and just, I like doing that, that's more of my thing, and then my little brother, he likes to make pieces and bomb. He likes to bomb things, like make his, throw a picture up or make like a little zombie spray paint can or something right there. Or like, I got pictures all on my phone, bro. Like, we love doing this shit, man. Like we always, it's just a form of expression, you know what I'm saying? So.
Hell yeah, bro.
You know
Definitely.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, bro, is there anything else that we gone over, or we didn't go over, that we kind of skip over, or something you want to talk about?
I mean, honestly, man, if you want to play a song, man. I mean, if you want to run through Girls Night Out and play like 2 Oye Kue songs, man, to kind of get the people to know like my art, you know. And I think you can probably show like the cover art. Can you like?
Yeah.
And all that, like she could show it somewhere on the screen and everything.
All right, give me 1 second.
Oh, no problem, dog. Like, cause it's like, you know, I'm all trial and error. You know, I love this shit. Yeah, you good, bro. Yeah, no issue, bro.
Just to let people know that this is him. This is his page. Cause you won't, bro. Just seeing this right here, this profile pic, you won't think it's you, bro.
But nobody knows it's me, man. Nobody knows who I am out here. So like, this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? So. You know, this is my page right here. And then, like I say, I'm going to make it's just going to be the same name. Oye Kue is going to be the same name. So, like, when it's, when you see it, it's I'm going to have my own YouTube page. It's going to be my own, you know, have my own content on it and stuff. I got a secret YouTube page of more music on it, but I'm going to drop that later. But for what he found and what I just showed him now, like, this is what you guys get. SoundCloud and all that. Yeah, that was... Yeah, shout out to Church, man. Shout out to G, bro. Shout out to all those people. Shout out to B-Mon. I made a song with B-Mon too from
I will have all his links in the description, so if you want to check him out on SoundCloud.
Man. You're gonna see the progression in my music. You know what I'm saying? I went from early high school shit. It's from like when I was in high school, like from now. So like Oye Kue is my current page. It's my current who I am, you know what I'm saying? This is who I am. And then on my SoundCloud was all the stuff that I did when I was in high school and getting out of high school, you know what I'm saying? So it's a big gap, and like you can see the difference in the artistry, but you can see how diverse in the music that I was doing and experimenting with when I was recording and doing that stuff in my mom's bed, you know, my mom's house and the bedroom and shit that I was living in, you know, like it's a lot, man, you know what I mean? So yeah, this is Oye Kue, man. So
I don't know which one you want to play, because we play Girls Night Out. I don't know.
Let's do on my own. Let's do on my own. And this one was, you know, shout out to Sonny, man. That was my homegirl Liv's, you know, fiance, you know, at the time. So she was you know what I'm saying, she was her family was the guy that did the Wanna Be a Baller song.
Okay.
From the Wanna Be a Baller. That was their family, bro. So it was dope to have that like connection in a way. And this is her singing on the hook. It was her first song on Wax.
Okay, sweet.
Hell yeah, bro. This is me right here, Oye Kue, man.
My pain's got worse when the ride slapped up. Now I'm headed for the hearse, at least that's how I feel. Every day's filled with that suffering. My pain can't be relieved with the weed and lean in my stomach. Am I tougher than my issues? I like to think so, but every time I rise, all I do is sink low. Trying to find my way, just a lost soul on this lonely road. Trying to find the wisdom, how I can live my life long. It's a struggle every day, trying to make it to the top. Even on my own shit, I can never be stopped. Yeah, I'm a grown man, shit, I cry sometimes. I'm all alone, damn, that's alright sometimes.
Yeah, man.
That's right, bro.
It's that real hip hop I feel, bro. Like,
and you didn't produce this? You just did the...
I found a beat, you know, and I leased it. You know what I'm saying? I made my songs on it and stuff like that. You know, did my thing on it. And just, you know what I mean? Published it. You know what I'm saying? My first song that I professionally did, I said, you know.
Now and start living better. I know these dark thoughts provoke my brain. Hot cold ain't been the same. That's why I smoke a blunt just to ease the pain. I haven't been myself lately though. She tell me she love me, but I don't really believe her though. I need a break, so many decisions to make. I can't even concentrate, cause everybody in my life so fake. Yeah, all this time wasted trying to love and build with somebody who never even kept it real with me. I swear to God, it's so hard to sleep when this shit get deep. But best believe I'ma fucking do me.
Oh yeah, bro. Definitely, man. And then if you could show them a little bit of the Girls Night Out, like the very beginning, so they can kind of see like what kind of feel they get into as the artists and stuff. And then we can, you know what I'm saying, do the plats and stuff, so they can kind of get a feel of like who I am, you know, and they can go do their own digging.
Yeah, and again, links down below. Definitely check it out.
Yeah,
so
man.
Make it easier, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you too, man. So sir. Yeah, shout out to my boy Peter, man. This shit.
Gorgeous, flawless. It's been a long time, girl, since I saw you.
Yes, sir.
Step in my office, remembering those parties back in high school. You had those dance moves.
Did you come up to Jericho like, hey man, I want to make a club band?
Yeah, man. I gave him my Chicago Connect gave me we were looking for an artist, man, like a good dope R&B artist, and she saw that he did work with Twista and all that, and she was like, hey, I got a connection for you that you might like, and she shot me his number, and we just got to chopping it up, and then we just were like, man, I was like, you a dope artist, and like you fit perfectly for this song that I was wanting to do. Cause like I just love this beat, man, and I was trying to experiment and do different cultural songs and stuff, and he just killed it, bro. Like, and it was just a different type of vibe that he was going for, and I was like, man, let's do it, let's run with it, And I wrote my verse to it. He did his thing with the hooks, man. Like it was a great thing, bro. And I was like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I gave him the idea. He wrote the hook to it. I was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? And this is me right here coming up.
Friday night, call your girls, hit the city. Red bottoms, black dresses, you look amazing. Take a shot of Ciroc before you club hitting. Take the time with your makeup, girl, you got all night, baby. I like the way that you move it like that. I like the way you put it on me when you do it like that. Don't be ashamed what you doing when you do it like that. I love the way you move your hips when you throw it right back. It drive me crazy. Club going right up. All up in my ear telling me what's up. You got things up on your mind and that stress is enough. You tired of your job and you just trying to live it up. You going crazy. So I tell you like this, have a drink when you done. Meet me back at the
It's been a while since I heard this, man.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Yo, night, baby, I ain't going trip.
So you don't listen to your music? Just
Man, I'm my own harsh critic, man. Like it's hard for me to listen to myself, man. But I just know that like in that moment when I'm creating it, dude, I know when it's hot. I know when it's ready. You know what I'm saying? Like I know when it's a heat. You know what I mean? And I love it when I'm making it, dude. I love expressing myself. But when I go back to hear myself, it's still something for me to get used to after all these years, dude. Like there's times I will catch myself like bumping all my songs repeatedly so I can improve myself as an artist. But it's more like homework to me because like it's just so tiring when you're making your own song over and over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you're just sitting in there and you're just doing the things, like it gets tiring just making your song. You know what I mean? So like when you have to hear the playbacks and all that, it's ear fatigue like a motherfucker. But after a while, man, like it gets, it's like homework, It's but like when it comes to like events and stuff and performing and stuff, I love doing them songs. I love performing my songs and stuff like that. But when it comes to like listening to myself, like it's tough. It's pretty tough. You know what I'm saying? It's something I'm still trying to make myself get comfortable to. You know what I mean? Even with like my homies, like my close homies and stuff, like it's still for them. Like they say you cold, but I know how you sound and I know how you like fuck around when you play around and shit. So it's like it's hard for me to take you seriously when you rap. You know what I'm saying? Because your voice, So it's like it's hard for my homies to get used to like my voice and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? And just the music too. So it's just like, hey, it's all art. It's all art. So it's like, hey, form of expression.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, man. But I feel like that's about it, bro. I feel like that's we made some good time on this, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Alex, bro. I appreciate you coming on.
Man, I appreciate you too, man. It's a blessing to have you, work with me on this too, man, and get my little story out here, and just doing this again, man. It was cold, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man. When after this comes out and give it some time and shit. If you want to come back on, bro, I'd love to have you on.
Yeah, for sure, man. We'll definitely, we can talk something out, man, for sure.
And then and before that, like, just collab on anything, bro. Shit.
Yeah, man. Honestly, man, we got a lot going on. You know, towards into 2025, we got a lot of community stuff that's gonna pop off, man. That we're gonna announce pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? We are After Dark too. We right in the heart of City Market too. We right across from Disco Chicken for the people that live in Rockford, Illinois. You know what I'm saying? And my little brother right now, he's doing his thing in the tattoo world, and I'm happy for him and stuff like that. Shout out to Big Q, my little brother Eric. Yeah, shout out to him, man. I love him. That dude doing his thing, man. And honestly, if you guys want to check me out, I'm Oye Q on Instagram. Oye Q, Oye_Q, OYEKUE. Facebook, Alex Cuevas is my name. You know what I'm saying? And Cuevas, you know what I'm saying? That's who I am, man. Like, yeah, it's you know what I mean? It's me, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to my little brother Eric, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to After Dark Tattoos, you know what I'm saying? Hit me up, hit my little brother up. You want a book, we'll get you in, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's art, you know, let's make money, let's work, let's network, you know?
Yeah, man. Beautiful, bro. And with that being said, guys, stay tuned and stay safe.
Yep. Have a good one.
Yep.
Hell yeah.